Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, a black and gold mosh pit where the Hawkeyes are ready to swarm. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Badgers will boot it away to start the game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Iowa's offense will get the first swing of the game. Two programs very similar in their DNA, rugged and tough, sort of epitomizing the Heartland and playing for the Heartland Trophy.
It's an old rivalry, but a relatively new trophy in this game. And trust me, Wisconsin, Iowa, they don't care that it's new. It's another thing to put in their trophy case, and both teams want it.
Yeah, everybody wants the trophies. I think it's always fun, but more importantly, you want the bragging rights that come with it. Rivalry games matter. They matter to fans, they matter to players, they matter to coaches. That every game's the same nonsense, it's not true.
He wants to throw here on second down. That's caught. It's Howard. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. That was a nice pickup running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. Last time these two got together, Iowa came out in a swarm and just obliterated the Badgers.
Yeah, Iowa last year was just the team that came out guns blazing in that game, and they know this is one that really propels them for the rest of the season. Winning the Heartland Trophy means so much, and it means so much for their conference championship hopes too.
Yeah, came out blazing, got the success, had the win. Now they've had the bragging rights, but if you're Iowa, continue to build on this tradition. And this series is so close traditionally every single year. You want that trophy more than the other guys.
Hand off from the gun. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need it.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. The short hands, it's Howard. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. The Hawkeyes moving quickly to the line. A first down run in the red zone. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. And the D deny them on second and goal.
Yankee blue. Here we go.
Trying to pound their way in. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And how about the true freshman, trusting him down near the goal line, down near the red area to give him the football. And listen, you know he wants to punch one in. Been talked about a lot, a high recruit. Everybody's singing his praises. He wants to get in that end zone and hear his name called one time.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go into the end zone. He goes. Touchdown, Iowa!
Hey, man, if we're going to show up here and play this game, we're not kicking field goals early. We didn't come here to just lay up. They drive the field. They get it down 4th and goal. Field goal would have been easy. Head coach decides to go for it. The offense pays off the decision with a touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Badgers offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Some of the oldest rivalries in the sport come from the Midwest, and the Big Ten, and Wisconsin and Iowa have been going at it since 1896, guys.
Yeah, and for years and years and years, regardless of whether you're a fan of Big Ten football or not, or these two schools, if you like hard-nosed physical football, 3-yard to cloud of dust, good defense, this is your game, and for over 100 years now, fans have been tuning into that.
Well, and I think the competitive nature of this game, too, like the series is almost tied. It's almost identical records, so it just shows you it's going to be a great game, similar styles, and then bragging rights at the end.
Trying to find his man on first down. He's right on target. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The Badgers are in the hurry-up.
That's a good-looking throw, and I know when we talk Wisconsin offense, we're always talking about running backs, but they've seen their fair share of QBs, too. Darren Bevel back in my day, Scott Tolzien had some success, and then, of course, Russell Wilson also. This guy right now in this game, he needs to get himself into a rhythm, and if he gets there, he's dangerous.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Badgers have this offense rolling. Dropping back, it's Locke. Finds the tight end. And he goes down after making the grab. Picks up a few, but still short of the first down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations.
He's off to the races. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Here's the handoff. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. One of the things that makes college football unique, the cool trophy. 72-pound brass bull here, guys.
72-pound brass bull. I'm not sure how they thought of that, but it's kind of cool looking. Bulls are kind of tough. I guess everybody, when you have a good rivalry, Palmer, I guess you need a good trophy to go with.
Yeah, and I think one of the cool things about the Big Ten is you got all these trophy games, and now we're adding new ones to the mix. I'm all for it, man. Big brass bull on a stand. Good news is both of these teams got a lot of big linemen that can carry that. Plus-pound trophy back to their trophy stand if they win.
The Hawkeyes will try to... The snap to the up end, they'll fake it. And the roll of the dice turns up in their favor as they pick up the first down. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. No matter how many times you see it, a moving moment here at Iowa between the first and second quarter when the entire crowd acknowledges the children across the way. Hope they enjoy the game as we continue in the second quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. Give to the running back. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
That's caught. It's Howard. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. The give to the back. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Barry Johnson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Takes the handoff, and he's going right. At the 35, he's loose. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. To the air. It's locked. Tight end finds a soft spot. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Third and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. They'll try to get it through the air. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Now on 2nd down. They go to the ground. At the 40, there he goes. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The inside handoff. And the Hawkeyes get it past the sticks.
Well, it's a nice run there to keep the drive going, get the first down. I'll tell you guys, I'm impressed so far by this offense and their ability to run it early.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Pocket starts to collapse. He's got his man. Tackled immediately after the catch.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Working that left side now. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Forges ahead for one to the 8-yard line.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Wants to fire on second down. It's complete on the right side. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hawkeye. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're lining up to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's Barry Johnson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
And the Badgers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Locke. Trying to get, fires one high and deep. Snags it down the right side. He is feeling it, a huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
He's got it. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He leaves it with his back. Bust through behind his pad. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him, and in turn you see he breaks tackles and make big plays.
And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He's got it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitching.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Badger.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. These two defenses defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Fast motion from the offense. On second down, he'll fire. That's caught. It's Parker. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
He makes a catch. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Going up top on first down. Using the quick game. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On second down, just keeps firing. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Looking to take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride.
All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
It's reverse. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, run, to try to make the defense over-pursue, but no Oscars being handed out.
The Badgers headed quickly to the line. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Badgers send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. From the gun. Give on the inside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
The Hawkeyes will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Catch is made at the 15. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Out of the gun. They'll run it inside. Still running at the 40. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense set on first down. From the gun, the ground game.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Snagged in the middle. It's Barry Johnson. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The Badgers in the hurry-up. Complementary offensive football, finding just enough balance. And Wisconsin quarterbacks have always done a great job staying within their system.
Stay within the system, stay within yourself, know when to chuck the football. But more importantly, what do you got to do, Reese? You got to take care of the football. Play action, make those plays, but don't put the ball in harm's way.
Looking to throw, it's locked. He's got his man. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Just steamrolling the defense. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. They're going to throw it again. Buying some time. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Badgers line up to punt it away. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. He's going to pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Turns it on in midfield. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
He'll come out throwing on first down. They're working that left side.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll try to power their way ahead. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Fires to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
So surprised. We have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan, limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Tight ends are supposed to be the quarterback's security blanket, especially down here in the red zone. And that time, he just dropped it.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. Field goal is good. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. The Badgers want to move quickly. They're getting this guy lathered up. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Gets open down the middle. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole and the quarterback throwing straight.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It's first down from the 11. Looking downfield, it's Locke. Fires to the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Hand off from the shotgun. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The give to the tailback. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Motion from the offense. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Howard. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Let's see what they do on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. Off he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Iowa! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. How about this? A two-point conversion coming. Looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Pulls and fires complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Badgers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
They get him down after he makes the catch. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Wants to throw. It's Locke. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Line gets set, first down. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? They'll try to run for it. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage of the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Right back to the well. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The Hawkeyes are flying down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. Gonna run it. It's Patterson. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that right there, probably the biggest play in this game so far. The offense has the lead, and they're just trying to run the football to run this clock out. But the defense able to knock it out, jump on it. Now all of a sudden, this game has a completely different feel.
Looking to throw, it's locked. He looks that one in nicely.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Finds his tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. And the Badgers want to pick up the tempo. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's English. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Now they'll run the draw. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Badgers look to do some damage in the red zone. From the gun, running back on the move. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give out of the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's locked. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll lead the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Slips away. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the 4th quarter, you get into the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And in that situation, on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Badger. They move on top here in the 4th. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
Nah, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Pulls it in. It's Patterson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Still plenty of time for this offense, but this probably their final drive, under 2 minutes to play. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. Stop short of the marker, and a stop for this defense, and they get the ball back. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense.